5 seconds, 2 seconds, ready. Next, I would like to take the issue of fixation of support price for the agricultural products by the government. Several honorable members have raised it inside as well as outside the house, and it has been a topic of frequent discussion. Different support prices for wheat and oil seeds etc. have been suggested by the parties and the individuals, but they have not taken those practical aspects into consideration on the basis of which such prices are determined. That is why the nomenclature of the Agricultural Prices Commission has now been changed to Agricultural Costs and Prices Commission under the instructions of the Honorable Prime Minister, and it determines the support price after taking into account the agricultural produce and the cost of such production. For the last 3 or 4 years, under the instructions of the Honorable Prime Minister, support prices are announced far in advance of the sowing of the crops, so that the farmers are able to choose their crops, so that taking in view the support prices fixed by the government. Another very important measure which has been taken by our Honorable Prime Minister is that 3 out of the 6 members of the Agricultural Costs and Prices Commission are the representatives of farmers, so that the views of the farmers are taken into account and the recommendations are made on that basis. The Agricultural Costs and Prices Commission determines the cost of various food grains after taking into account consideration the cost of agricultural inputs, the fluctuation in prices of agricultural inputs, the extent of plenty between the production cost and prices of other essentials required for personal use, the market rates, the supply and demand position, the parity in the rates of one kind of crop with another, the effect which the new prices would have on the cost of the industrial products, on the rates in the general market, on the cost of living in general, and on the prices in the international market. Apart from all this, the parity between the support price and the price which the farmer pays for buying things of his daily needs is also taken into account. After considering all these aspects, the Commission sends its proposals to the central government. The central government declares the support price after consulting the state governments in this matter, and after looking into the fact that the farmers are able to get a reasonable margin of profit after incurring all the necessary expenditure. Efforts are made to declare such prices which may provide reasonable margin of profit to the farmers. Thus, this commission looks into all these aspects. In this connection, one thing is repeatedly said that the production costs of the farmers are increasing rapidly, but the support price, which is determined by the government, is not increasing equally. Hence, the question arises as to what is meant by production expenses. The commission takes into account all sorts of expenses incurred by the farmers. For example, the expenses of maintaining hired labor, the cost of buying cattle, etc., the cost of purchasing or hiring pump sets, tractors, machines such as crushers, etc., and the labor charges incurred on operating them is also taken into consideration by the commission. Further, the cost of the seeds, whether grown in his own fields or brought from outside, cost of pesticides and natural or chemical fertilizers, whether prepared by himself or bought from the market, and agricultural implements are also taken into account. In addition, the cost of providing irrigation facilities, the expenses involved in the payment of land revenue, repayment of loans, payment of interest on working capital and on capital assets, in excluding land, are also taken into consideration. Sir, the incidental value of land is also determined and taken into account. The cost of labor is also included in such valuation. Thus, there is not a single expense incurred by the farmers for raising various crops which is not taken into account while determining the support price. Therefore, I think that this change is baseless or is labeled out of ignorance that farmers are not being paid remunerative prices. In fact, all these things are considered before determining the support price. Sir, I would like to make one more point. It has been demanded many times that all the agricultural products should be purchased at support price. Rice and wheat are purchased by FCI or other bodies, but the purchase of other items is made by NAFTA on behalf of the central government. Apart from this, as the honorable members from Kerala was saying just now, that the prices of coconut produced in his state are in Karnataka, prices of potatoes produced in Uttar Pradesh are prices of onions produced in Maharashtra are falling is a fact. It is under consideration of the government to fix the support price for coconut. Sir, continuous efforts are being made to acquaint the farmers with new farming techniques. Extensive publicity is being given to the Lab to Land program. Recently, from 20th March to 10th April, a national agriculture fair was held at New Delhi. Nearly 1.5 lakh farmers from all over the country attended this fair. Such events evoke awareness among the farmers. We hope more such fairs will be organized for the benefit of farmers. Recently, the Honorable Prime Minister dedicated a supercomputer to the nation for making long-term weather forecasts. Accordingly, farmers can space the sowing of crops and also take preventive measures to save their standing crops against natural calamities. This program has been successfully implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture. The department has been very prompt in giving assistance to areas affected by flood or drought. Teams visit states in response to reports or memoranda received. The government considers their recommendations and tries to send assistance within 1 month. Last year, the Honorable Prime Minister personally toured the drought-affected areas and directed relief operations. The Ministry of Agriculture has made remarkable progress under the able leadership of the Honorable Agriculture Minister.